What is up, guys, and welcome to this FPL Today team selection video for Game Week 30, where we make the decision on whether we are going to free hit. So in the comments down below, let me know what your plan for Game Week 30 is, and we can discuss it in the comments. But first, before we get into it and how I also did in Game Week 29, here's a quick word from sponsors of this video, SPITCH. SPITCH is the ultimate fantasy football manager game that's just hit the market. This game is available for those of you in the UK and Ireland, for everyone over 18 years of age. It's a fantasy football manager app that lets you build your team, collect points and battle it out against other managers. Play for free, compete against your friends in communities and have a chance to win a share of up to £70,000 on a weekly basis. That's right, there are weekly competitions, not just season ones, so every game week matters all season long. Various competitions are available on different pitches, and once again there are free games to play. Click on the top link in the description and download the app for free, and let's get back to the video. As always, thank you to SPITCH for sponsoring this channel. Their support has been massive this season, so go check them out and potentially you could win a bit of money playing fantasy football each game week. Now, as for how I did in Game Week 29, we actually ended up on 94 points, which does see us go down to 90 because we did take 2 transfers when we only had 1 in the bank. So it is a -4 down to 90, which sees an overall rank of 40,324, a slight drop in rank from the 39,000 we were before the game week started. Now on overall points of 1,952, almost broken that 2,000 barrier, and we did have some decent performances. Now, the Arsenal boys didn't manage to do anything against Liverpool, so they didn't improve their score by much. However, Liverpool kept a clean sheet against Arsenal, with Alexander-Arnold getting up to 13 points and Robertson getting up to 18 as he got an assist to Firmino in that game. So, great return on the double Liverpool defence. We also have Salah, who didn't start in that Liverpool game. He only got 1 point for coming off of the bench, and Saka didn't really do anything, neither did Son, so 5 points apiece there. Disappointing from Son and Saka for neither of them in 2 games apiece to get any points, but we can't be upset with 94 points, even if it does mean a slight drop in rank. If we didn't bring in Robertson, it could have been more significant. So happy with the team and how they did this game week. Yes, it could have been better, but swings and roundabouts. So what is the move for Game Week 30 for me? Let's get into that right now. So, as we talked about earlier this week, we only have 7 players starting in this game week. Now, we could get around that by using our only free hit. We used one earlier on in the season, and that would see us have 11 players with a playing bench, of course. And potentially, if we pick the right players, that could see a significant rise in our rank. However, I've decided that I won't be using the wild card, and that is a lot to do with the fact that we are going to have quite a few big double game weeks coming up from Game Week 31 onwards. Whilst Game Week 33, the double hasn't shaped up quite yet because we're waiting for FA Cup fixtures, of course, we do know that it is possible for a few teams to have double game weeks in that, and the teams that may have blanked will have a fixture guaranteed. So we have a wild card and free hit still to play to navigate that, and I think it would be more useful for me to keep the free hit on board. So no free hit for Game Week 30, even though that is what we were initially saving it for. That does leave me with what transfers to bring in. Now ideally I'd like to get up to at least 9, which would mean another -4. It's not something I want to ideally do, but it does look like it is a necessity. So out of the fixtures that are available for Game Week 30, we've got Wolves versus Leeds, Aston Villa versus Arsenal, Leicester versus Brentford, and Spurs versus West Ham. To be honest, Spurs and Leicester seem to be the teams I am leaning towards getting players from. However, I might need to cheapen one of my striker options of Weghorst, Adams, or Dennis to be able to afford the players I'm looking at to come in for Elise, because the other players I want to keep for now in midfield. So the players we are looking at, we could of course bring in Kulusevski, who has done very well at Spurs ever since he has joined. They have West Ham in Game Week 30 and Newcastle in Game Week 31. Now Kulusevski has done amazing. 6.2 million is a very decent price, and it could mean we do move Son on in the future, because ideally I am looking at Harry Kane at some point this season, because he is on absolute fire at the moment. Kulusevski is doing great things though. 15 shots on goal, 5 on target, 12 from inside the box and 2 big chances with 2 goals, and also expected assists at 2.45 with 4 big chances created, getting him 5 assists in total. He has done great things ever since he has joined Spurs and could be a nice way into that Spurs side or that Spurs midfield without having to spend the 10.9 million that is required for Heung-min Son. It would mean a triple up in game week 30, and to be honest, Spurs West Ham, I don't know how it will go, but it could be a move I make. The other option, and the only one I can really see, is Harvey Barnes, who has managed 16 shots and 12 from inside the box, 6 on target, but he's only scored 1 goal from that. He's only created 1 big chance, and he's got 2 assists. Now, that isn't as good as Kulusevski. However, Barnes would cover another side in this blank game week if Leicester do manage to do something against Brentford. Barnes looks better than Tielemans and Maddison, so Barnes will be the one I lean towards there. And to be honest, to facilitate that, Hwang Hee-chan seems the best option to me if he is playing. Now, would I like Jimenez if he was playing? Yes, I prefer Jimenez. Other options do include the likes of Tony, and then maybe going down to Gelhardt, which would mean we are collecting money in the bank to maybe move to that Kane transfer at some point. So those are probably the ways I'm leaning towards. However, I will wait for press conferences to make that final decision, because I think Hwang Hee-chan is a better substitute option than Gelhardt. Although, who knows if Leeds will start to play Gelhardt more often, he would be a great option at his relatively cheap price. So guys, that is my plan for Game Week 30. Like I said, I want to know what your plans are as well. If you have any questions, I'm going to try and answer them in the comments, not make a video on it, on Friday. So get involved in the comments down below. Also, check out SPITCH, who have kindly sponsored the channel over the last couple of months. Greatly appreciated from them. Also, hit that like button, subscribe, and that notification bell to support the channel with that YouTube algorithm. I've been JNO. This has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.